As Apple's peak performance event comes very close to us, it means a new iPad Air could be here very soon. We're all hearing all of these leaks and rumors about a brand new iPad Air, but what exactly does this one look like? The last refresh came in 2020 with the iPad Air 4th generation, which means an iPad Air 5th generation could be here soon. And in this video, I'm going to tell you every single thing we know so far about this new iPad. Welcome geeks, this is iGeeks Vlog. My name is Lakshay and let's get started with today's video. Now this is going to be a complete roundup of everything we know about the iPad Air 5. But by no means this is 100% confirmed. There will be some surprises, but so far here's what we know. Let's start with the design. And the design is going to be a bit disappointing because if you were expecting some upgrades, unfortunately there aren't going to be any. Same design as the iPad Air 4th generation in this one as well. The same uniform bezels all around the screen. Now that is a fun thing. But no major design changes. We may get an additional camera at the back, but other than that, nothing new is coming here. The same power button, the same Touch ID in the power button, USB-C, and that's it. Now let's talk about the display, and once again, no big changes coming to the display as well because the chassis is the same. The display size is also not changing this year. It's going to retain the 10.9-inch panel. And once again, no big changes from Apple because they follow this philosophy: incremental upgrades year on year. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, which means no 120Hz ProMotion in the iPad Air. It also means Apple is sticking with the TFT LCD panel, not going to mini LED or OLED. If this would have been an OLED panel, this iPad Air would have been the first iPad to feature an OLED, but unfortunately we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer to get there. No design change, no change in the screen. Well then, what exactly is changing? What warrants this new iPad Air upgrade? Here's what's gonna change. A new powerful A15 Bionic chip could come with the iPad Air 5th generation. The last iPad Air actually has a very powerful but a slightly outdated A14 chip. This upgraded chip could mean that the iPad Air cellular variant could have 5G capabilities, which is something we really like to see. And of course, since this is the iPad Air, it has to be better than the iPad mini, which means it could have dual rear cameras at the back and maybe even a LiDAR scanner, but then that's not something I would really root for. A LiDAR scanner is reserved for the Pro iPad, possibly not the iPad Air. Elsewhere, it could also feature some improvements in the speaker setup. Currently, it only has 2 speakers, but just like the iPad Pro, the iPad Air could also have a 4-speaker setup, which means more audio and more fun for your entertainment. So here's a checklist of the things that I want from this new iPad Air and what I hope that Apple gives us very soon. I want more colors. Now I am a colorful person. I want my iPads to have as much color as possible, and because the iPad Air already has a lot of color options, I want some more and hopefully some better ones. One more thing that I want from the iPad Air is more base storage. The current model of the iPad Air only has 64 gigs of base storage. Now in today's day and age, 64 gigs just ain't gonna cut it, right? We want more. 128 gigs is the bare minimum I am expecting from Apple to put in the iPad Air. And while we are still expecting things from Apple, I want more battery. Now the iPad Air already has a lot of battery life. It's got pretty good battery life actually, but it never hurts to have more battery, right? So something on that line as well. And if the iPad Air could also have center stage in the front camera, well, that would be just amazing because we're all using our iPads more and more in this day and age because of, well, online meetings, online classes, and working from home and just whatnot. Center stage would be welcome. And all of these improvements mean the price could still change, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think Apple is going to stick to the $599 price tag. And that would be very welcome from Apple because let's be honest, we do not want to pay so much more for an iPad Air. And that's been it. That is pretty much everything we know about the iPad Air 5th generation. Let's hope it comes very soon. And if you like watching this video, then please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to iGeeks Vlog, and turn on notifications for all of our videos. Our app is also live in the Apple App Store, so make sure you head on to the App Store and download iGeeks Vlog app for everything Apple. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.